Hi, it's me Brenda. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my grandparents' house. The house that I remember playing here as a childhood, where I had a lot of my memories in. Unfortunately, my grandparents are no longer here with us, but they passed the house down to my aunt, who right now is reconstructing it, remodeling it. So right now the house is not exactly the same, but it still has a lot of memorable value for me. My grandpa bought this house back in 1968. Back then, the value of the house was only $4,000. So that was very cheap back then. I know right now probably the value is more expensive than that. But over here, as we look, the bricks, like I said, the house is under reconstruction because my aunt's just trying to make it bigger and make it more better. But here is the original colors of the bricks. And this is how the original colors was, and my aunt is going ahead and she's painting it. But over here, this is where we threw all the parties at. This is where anybody had a birthday party, or we had, you know, a gathering, a get together. It was always over here. We would always line the chairs up together. We would hang the balloons, and this is where all the people would always come to gather here. In this property, this side over here. As we go over here to walk more over here, my grandpa actually built this chimney that we're about to see. And like I said, this is where he would always do the barbecues, always was in this chimney. And this is where all the cousins would just always come together and we would play together, you know, the tag, hide and seek, everything. So he went ahead and built a house as well in the back so he could rent it out. So he actually has two houses here that that he would rent out. One is attached to the house and the other one is over here on this side. Now on this roof, I remember, I think I was like 10 years old, that I fell down from this roof. I was playing with my sister up there, and I just happened to lean on my side, and I just fell all the way straight to the floor. I did have to go to the hospital. I didn't break anything, but I did have a little fracture in my ankle, and I did have to wear a little band for about a week or so. So this chimney, my grandpa built it on his own. And this is where we would always have the barbecues. It was every weekend. Every weekend, he had to have something on there. He was making something for us, and it was just a very good memory. How he would always have food for us, and we would just be out here all running, all the cousins together, you know, playing all these games and everything. This was also when we would play cops and robbers with my cousins. We would always pretend this was the jail cell for some reason. We would always come back here, and we would just pretend this is a jail. The cop got us and he locked us up in jail. So this was our favorite place to pretend that we were in jail. So we had really fun time with this fence. So I'm really glad that she still has this as the original, because it just brings me back memories as when I was here playing cops and robbers with my cousins. Over here on the side of the house is where all of our cousins would come here and hide. This was a good hiding spot. This was the first spot I actually had my first beer with one of my cousins. I just got it from the kitchen, and we just went back here, and then we just, you know, we took it real quick, and then we went running back inside. So I'm gonna go ahead. This was just a little bit of the outside. I'm gonna go ahead and take you inside and give you a little tour of the inside of the house. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little tour of the inside of the house. Like I said, it's not exactly the same as I remember because my aunt has been doing a lot of remodeling. But let's go ahead and take a look at the kitchen. Now, I remember this kitchen is still the same size. Nothing has been added to it. I know the cabinets are the same. They're the original cabinets. My aunt went ahead and painted them, but they're the exactly original cabinets. Right now, the stove is on that side, and the refrigerator as well. But when I was growing up, the stove was actually on this side and the refrigerator was over here on this side. So that's how I remember the kitchen being as a little girl. But the sink is still the same, and like I said, the cabinets are still the same. So let's go ahead and take a look at the her hallway. Now her hallway, I remember it because it's where I would spend a lot of times playing in there with my cousins. We would always be playing in the hallways. We would always run back and forth here. Now, again, she went ahead and added some rooms to it. When I was growing up, it only had a few rooms here. Now this, it's under reconstruction, but this used to be an empty room. It used to be empty, and what we would do as kids is we would turn the lights off, and all our cousins would get there, and we would just be playing around there. We would just like push each other or scare each other or just screaming in there. And that was one of the fun memories that I do have that I remember. So I'm not going to show you all the house because, like I said, my aunt owns it right now, so it's it's private now. But I went ahead and showed you the front yard, the backyard, and the inside of the house, and some of the things that I remembered. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you some pictures, and hopefully you like it. Hopefully you enjoyed this tour, and go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.